How do you mean for Congress to be more aggressive?
Well, I think on the Russian relationship is very important. And the part, we clearly know the Russians did something. There's no question. And because President Trump is so concerned as to whether he was really elected, he will not look into that. And so it is very undermining of our legal system. And so I do think that's one of the things that needs to be investigated even more.
I'm almost embarrassed to have you comment on this, but the president tweeted this morning about Syria.
Yes.
I would like to just show them to you. Russia vows to shoot down any and all missiles fired at Syria. Get ready, Russia, because they will be coming, nice and new and smart. You shouldn't be partners with a gas-killing animal who kills his people and enjoys it. He followed that tweet up with, our relationship with Russia is worse now than it's ever been, and that includes the Cold War. There is no reason for this. Russia needs us to help with their economy, something that would be very easy to do, and we need all nations to work together, stop the arms race. Your comments on that, and especially as we are focused on your book.
Well, I do think that it is very important to understand what the Russians are doing in Syria. I do think that there needs to be some kind of a plan, not kind of one-offs. You do not have tweets about something that is this serious, and that's what worries me. There have been crises before. They were done by, resolved and worked on by diplomats that knew what they were doing, and not just kind of tweeting, we cannot afford this. This is a dangerous situation. I find interesting that Trump is finally saying something to recognize who Putin really is, but not this particular way. We need a plan.
It doesn't seem very well thought out. Almost, in my opinion, knowing him seems like a deflection. Your book, I will always remember when you tracked me down in Georgetown years ago. It was right in the run-up to the campaign, and you just were so angry about Trump, and in your eyes was a fervor or a fear that I'd never seen before in general. And I'm wondering if this is what you were concerned about, and if your background played a role in your insight.
It was what I was concerned about, and you, better than anybody, knows how much your father, mother, and I were grateful to be in America and to understand that this was a country that understood the resilience as well as the fragility of democracy, that you had to support it, and that you had to explain what was going on, and that you all were really such an important part of this in terms of telling the story to the American people, but watching the feathers one at a time. I thought it was really important. This is a warning. That is the deliberate part about this, and I am going to speak out, and again, because we've known each other so long, it took me a long time to develop a public voice. And now that I have it, I'm not going to be quiet, because I have something to say, and I have my to-do list, and I hope others will join me.